Hi! Ngayon, pag-uusapan natin why my content on Instagram is showing up to my target audience, which is United States, United Kingdom, or other countries pa. This is my Instagram, and this is based and created here on the Philippines. Na-create ko siya noong June 2020. Bakit 2020, Shara, and bakit hindi 2023? Kasi this is the other account that I use for my business na hindi ko na nagagamit. It's just like a dump account of my business. Wala talaga siyang followers before kasi ginagamit ko lang siya sa mga mine all you can program that I have created, like a campaign on my business, and then I remove all of those followers dito sa account na to. Nare-brand ko lang siya to make it my social media account, meaning started from scratch pa din siya. It's like a dead account na nire-revive ko lang din. Inumpisahan ko lang i-revive tong account na to noong September 2023 kasi naging social media manager ako noong May 2023, tapos nagkaroon ako ng client nung mga June or late May 2023. I created and already show up dito sa Instagram nung September 2023, which ginamit ko yung account ng client ko to create content and show the behind the scene of being a social media manager. So I'm just giving you the background kung paano ko kinreate yung account na to at bakit siya nag-show up. And now, here's the exciting part. First, I am not using VPN. Instagram and TikTok and other platform is very different. May iba't iba silang algorithm, and Instagram is not geographically based platform. Kahit gumamit ka ng VPN at hindi ka gumamit ng VPN, yung content mo is magpupush pa din talaga yan sa audience mo or kung saan mo gusto as long as you want. Kaya VPN is not mandatory for you to reach or attract those clients. Pero I would suggest and recommend gumamit ka pa din ng VPN for security purposes. Pero dito sa account na to, I never ever use VPN. Ginamit ko lang si VPN nung nag-offer ako ng TikTok platform for my international clients. And second thing that you need to do is do the market research. I've been telling to you these people multiple times already. Mag-market research kayo. And ang ginagawa ko lang naman sa market research is I use this strategic guide to guide me para malaman ko talaga kung ano yung industry na ino-offer ko. Even though we are a social media manager, I know for sure there are terms na hindi nyo alam dito sa social media. Are you guys familiar sa evergreen content? What's algorithm is and how you can use algorithm? If yung mga terminologies na yun is hindi nyo pa alam or hindi pa kayo familiar, dyan papasok si market research. Let's say, meron kang client na bakery shop. Alam mo ba yung mga terms na ginagamit nila? Alam mo ba yung pang-roll na yun? Alam mo ba yung different flour na ginagamit nila? Or alam mo ba yung mga toppings na ginagamit nila? And kaya nga magma-market research kayo. And part of the market research is knowing your target audience. Doon mo talaga kikilalanin yung mga interest and challenges ng audience na yun. To be specific, my target audience as a social media manager targeting those international clients, ang interest nila is that they want to hire a social media manager kaso ayaw nila sa SMM na AI created ang content. Pinaka-interest nila is yung social media manager na alam talaga paano ma-hook yung people by using good hook, good content, and really know the strategy. And ang challenges nila is they just create content because they just want to create content because there's AI. Also, ang interest ng target audience ko, they love growing the business. Growing to the point na they know the system already, they know the operations already, pero they still don't know how to run organic social media management. They have marketing team, pero they're still looking for a freelancer to know what she is doing as a social media manager or as a social media marketer. And kailangan mas specific kayo sa audience nyo. Baka kasi tina-target nyo lang, Shara, tina-target ko kasi yung mga small business owner Kasi nung small business owner, ano yung interest ng small business owner na yon? Anong age nun? Siya ba ay small business? May retail shop? Siya ba ay service? Product-based business? Ano yun? At sino siya? Siya ba ay mom? Siya ba ay dad? Siya ba ay may pet? Siya ba ay buntis? Sino sila? Kailangan hanapin mo yun. Be specific kung sino ang tinatarget mo. Alam nyo ba, kahit 3 years na ako dito sa industry na to, I am still using this strategy guide talaga kasi there's a lot of information and minsan, not minsan actually, most of of the time, naliligaw ako ng landas when it comes to do the market research. Kasi nga, sobrang daming information, na-overwhelmed ako. Pagkabasa ko ng isang article sa Google, babasahin ko yun, pipindot ulit ako ng another link, pipindot ulit ako ng another link, hanggang sa hindi na ako natapos dun sa isang tanong na meron dito sa strategy guide na to. Kasi dito sa strategy guide, as you can see, meron tayong account overview, meron tayong terminologies na hindi tayo familiar na we need to familiarize ourselves to those terminology. And ang dami pang tanong when it comes to competitor, to target audience. Kaya we need to finish this market research within 1 week. Yan yung pinaka-time frame ko. Kasi madami pa tayong dapat alamin. And I am using Google. And if my client meron silang physical store, I am searching sa Google Maps. Nagpa-familiarize ako sa location malapit sa kanila para there are times na tatargetin ko din yung nearby locations na meron sila. Kasi hindi naman ako taga-US But I need to know those nearby locations. Kasi nga, I am the social media manager of that current business na nakapwesto doon sa location na yun. And yun yung job ng isang SMM. Or if you're a marketer, yun din yung job if you're creating content ideas or strategy or brand positioning of the business. Since we are talking about the market research, kailangan alamin din natin kung ano yung nangyayari sa country nila, especially if it is relevant to the industry that you are handling sa business ng client. So, kailangan alamin mo yung mga trend, kung ano yung mga issues. So, for example, sa chocolate, I had a client na chocolate industry. So, nagkaroon ng issues sa cocoa, how do you pronounce it? Basta dun sa pinagmumulan ng dark chocolate. Yung cacao dito sa atin, tas patutuyuin na. Alam ko yun. Pero, let me know if I'm wrong. So, basta din sa cocoa, nagkaroon ng issue na mahirap kunin yung product na yun at ini-import pa nila yon from other countries. Kaya, nagmahal yung dark chocolate nila. So, kailangan, malaman mo yung issue na yun, malaman mo yung trends na yun, malaman mo on how it works so you can position the business to the content when it comes to that. And that's part of market research as well. Kaya gusto ko magbasa kayo ng mga articles, magbasa kayo ng mga blogs, magtingin kayo sa mga comments, mag-check kayo sa mga content when it comes to TikTok, Reddit, Quora, Answer the Public, Google. Those are the websites na ginagamit ko when it comes to market research. That's why I am doing manual market research and not just asking AI, can you please know this and do the prompt. You can definitely ask AI to give you all of those articles para pipindutin mo na lang yan ang pipindutin at hindi ka na maghahanap sa Google. But my process, I really prefer browsing sa mga Google para ma-filterize ko or malaman ko pa din yung ibang topics. So, nagigets ba sa market research? Comment yes if yes. Comment no if no. Ngayon, ang tanong, para saan ba yung market research na yan? It is for you to create a content strategy. Kasi girl, paano ka naman makakapag-create ng content kung wala kang alam sa negosyo ng client mo? I recently had a coaching session from this social media manager na ilang taon na siya sa business ng client niya, pero hindi niya alam kung anong ino-offer ng client niya. And syempre, how can I help her with her client kung wala siyang mabibigay sa akin information, diba? And that's the reason why you need to do the market research. Kasi you cannot create a good content if you don't know yung business at ino-offer ng client mo. So ngayon, after the market research, the next thing that you need to do is create a content strategy that includes content pillar. Lahat ng information na nag-gather mo, make sure that you take note of it, all of it, the terms, target audience, the competitor, and etc. All the details that you gather from the website, make sure that you have one page in your Notion, which I always use Notion. Kailangan nandyan yan lahat. You gather all of it and dyan ka magke-create ng tema. Yung tema na tinatawag natin yon is the content pillar. Yung tema na yon is like the category of the topic na gagawan mo ng content ideas. And dun sa tema na yon, syempre, kailangan mo at least 4 content pillar. Content pillar 1, 2, 3, 4 para hindi ka maubusan ng content idea. So for example, I am a social media manager and I am targeting international clients. This is my content pillar. And I have content pillar number 1 or the category 1 that said about pain points of a bakery shop when it comes to social media management. Kaya yung content idea 1 ko is mangyayari dyan, bakery shop are doing this wrong. Kaya ang pinaka-content idea ko dyan is I saw a bakery shop in social media, and this is how they position themselves in a wrong way. So I am calling out those bakery shop para mag-stop sila sa scroll, para ma-hook ko sila, para maging aware sila sa akin that I am existing as a social media manager. Nagigets? And another content idea under that content pillar ng pain points ng mga bakery shops sa social media is that hindi nila pinapakita yung behind the scenes. So, dun ko i-educate sila when it comes to giving content ideas, what you can post in social media as a bakery shop owner. And that gives me potential client na nagkakaroon sila ng aha moments na, ganun pala sa social media. And syempre, ang dami pang pain points ng mga yan. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, alamin mo yung mga challenges ng target audience mo eh. So you can use that as your content idea. Kung nagtatanong kayo na, Shara, paano ka nakaka-create ng content idea? Ginagamit mo ba si ChatGPT? No! Ang ginagamit ko dyan is the market research. And that's how easy to create a content idea if you did the market research. And kung nahihirapan ka ngayon, please let me know kung sinong guilty dyan sa comment section. Meaning, you're doing your process in a wrong way. As of the moment, doon sa bakery shop na potential client, ang dami kong naiisip na content idea kahit hindi pa ako nag-market research. Because I know ano yung mga maling ginagawa nila eh. And i-create ko lang yun ng content. That's why, on the next thing natin, after the content pillar, creating content strategy, is kailangan you have a good hook. Yan. Dito kasi kayo, tumiligwak eh. People won't stop. Yes, you have the good content idea. Yes, you did the market research. Pero, pangit yung hook mo, hindi mo sila mapapastop sa scroll. Kaya gusto ko sa'yo, tingnan mo yung mga terminologies na ginagamit ng mga client mo dun sa industry na yun. Kasi, gagamitin mo yan as a hook. It is like calling them out na, hoy, bakery shop, baka mali yung ginagawa mo dyan sa panaderia mo. Yung panaderia is like a term that they are using na sila lang yung nakakaalam. Or most of the people know about it. Pero let's just say, not everyone know that term na panaderia. Kunyari lang ha. Gagamitin mo yung term na yon sa hook mo to make them stop the scroll. Kasi, if I saw a panaderia, they are talking about me. Makaka-relate ako, so I will stop the scroll. Diba? Kaya nga alamin mo yung mga terms na yun eh. Eto, i-discuss ko lang to, sa inyo lang to. Please, wag nyo tong pagsasabi. Also, diniscuss ko to sa group catch-up. By the way, si group catch-up is for those people lang who avail my coaching sessions. I am hosting a group catch-up. It's a weekly catch-up wherein you can talk with other social media managers who avail my coaching session. And yes, sila yung unang nakakakuha ng tips, ng mga strategies na nag-work sa akin. Sa kanila ko muna yung binibigay bago sa inyo. So meaning, na-try na muna nila yun sa kanila. Kasi, na-try ko sa akin, nag-work sa akin, in-spill ko sa kanila, and then nag-work sa kanila, and then sa inyo ko naman i-share. And again, every strategy that I am sharing, all of those work so well to my account, to my client, and never akong nag-share dito na hindi nag-work, at never ako nag-share dito na hindi ko na-experience, at never ako nag-share dito na galing sa iba. I always share my personal experience kasi why would I share something na hindi ko naman na-experience? It's like chika-chika. I love chika if it is something that benefits me, pero I don't like chika if it is something that will not benefit me. It's like chismosa na walang ambag sa lipunan. So here's the thing. The reason why this content, so slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, and this is the hook. Ayan yung first slide ko. Work so well, achieve this analytic na merong United States, merong United Kingdom, and from other countries. Pero ang pinaka-target audience ko talaga, guys, is United States. And 100% of my clients right now are from United States. It's because I use a term na pang United States. Hulaan nyo kung ano. I will give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yung dollar sign. Ayan. I use a dollar sign dyan. $100 a month. I also use a term social media management. And I also use the word disrespectful to make them scroll. Kasi nakaka-relate sila. $100, okay. She is talking about my currency. Kasi hindi ko dyan pag-uusapan ang pesos. Kasi wala naman silang pake sa pesos. Sino nga ulit yung target natin? United States client, business owner. Ano yung pinaka-niche or hinahanap nila na meron sila or familiar sila? Yung social media management. And syempre, ang pinaka-problem talaga nila sa mga social media manager is yung budget. Diba? Aminin nyo, namumroblema din kayo sa mga budget ng target audience comments nyo. And syempre, I am giving them the reason to stop the scroll because I call them disrespectful. Kaya itong content na to, nag-work so well. Another is spill the tea. On the second slide, ayan, inulit ko ulit yung $100 a month budget. Pero, ginamitan ko na siya ng term na business owner. Sa first slide, going back, ginamitan ko ng term na social media management, tapos sinabihan ko pa sila ng disrespectful. Sa second slide, ginamitan ko ng term ng business owner, pero ginamit ko pa din yung $sign. It is because, eto na, sino nang excited? Sa Instagram kasi, we have second chance to show the carousel. Kapag hindi ka nag-swipe, hindi ka nag-interact, hindi ka nag-comment sa first slide ko ng carousel, when you first saw it, Instagram will give you a chance. Kapag nag-exit ka sa Instagram, tas nag-login ka ulit, nagbukas ka ulit ng Instagram app, Instagram will give you a chance to show the content ulit. But ngayon, on the second time around, yung second slide naman. Kaya dapat, yung first slide, second slide is a hook. Hook 1 and hook 2. Kung mapapansin nyo sa lahat ng carousel ko, I am always repeating my first hook to my second hook, but I am making sure that it is not repetitive, na iisa lang yung pinaka-angle niya. I am making sure na it is like this second slide is another story na can stand alone without the first one. Nagigets? Kung hindi mo nagigets, explain ko na lang sa one-on-one session. Kasi sa one-on-one session, may pinapakita talaga akong mga sample. And I will link the details of my session below on the description. Kaya, on the next thing, after you have a good hook, ulitin muna natin before the next one. First, no VPN. Second, market research. Third, content strategy, which includes content pillar. And fourth, you need to have a good hook. This is the fifth. Give people a reason to swipe or stop the scroll if it is real. Paano natin yon gagawin? You need to have a good storytelling. Bitinin mo sila sa 1 to 3 seconds if it is talking head, if it is real. Or, kung carousel naman, bitinin mo sila sa first slide. Kailangan i-call out mo sila or bigyan mo sila ng curiosity to swipe more. Kaya, good storytelling is really the best. And this is just a quick kwento na Shara. I recently had a discovery call from a social media marketer and she needs help with her account sa social media to position her as a social media marketer. And actually, it's my competitor. Kasi girl, I am doing social media marketer na because I am helping clients brand positioning and funnel and automation. And that's what a marketer is doing. Itong US social media marketer, gusto niya akong i-hire to create content strategy for her business. Tinanong ko siya, bakit ako yung i-hire mo and you're a social media marketer yourself? It is because nagustuhan niya yung mga content ko on how I position myself on my Instagram. Because of the storytelling. Reason why I am giving you guys a glimpse and a right to check my Instagram, analyze it on how I position myself as an SMM. Balikan nyo ko sa Instagram kapag nasabi nyo na at nagets nyo na kung paano ko ginagawa yung content ko. Kasi if nagets nyo na, mapapaprove nyo sa sarili nyo na you can do it as well on your own account. And honestly, hindi siya madali. I have experimented a lot of times before ko makuha yung pinaka brand voice ko talaga at yung pinaka content na nagwo-work talaga sa akin. Kung makikita nyo or scroll nyo yung mga content ko dyan hanggang ilalim, sobrang random. It feels like it's not me. Kaya parang kapag pinapanood ko yung mga content ko before, nakikringe ako kasi parang hindi ako yan eh. Ginagaya ko lang yung ibang tao. Hindi ako yan. Pero if I-scroll up nyo dun sa mga recent content, dun nyo malalaman na si Shara to. At dun ko lang din talaga nakikita yung sarili ko na, yes, ganito nga ako. Ganito ako magsalita at ganito ko gustong i-position yung sarili ko when it comes to social media management. At hindi yung mga previous content because I'm just like copying other people's content. And it is wrong. Kaya nasabi ko sa inyo huwag kayong mag-copy ng ibang taong content. Kasi hindi naman ikaw yun Bakit mo gagayahin siya? Hindi naman ikaw. And alam nyo ba, there are people copying my content. And it feels like it's not them. And I can feel it's me. Even the font, the way I speak, nakokopya na nila. Ang ginagawa lang nila, chini-change lang nila yung mga term. Wala naman akong problema doon. It's just that it's not you. You need to represent yourself if you are selling yourself. Because here in freelancing as a social media manager, we are selling ourselves, our skills, because we are the social media manager and we provide services. Diba? Nagigets? Kung nagigets mo, it's time for you to apply all of those. And there's a lot of things that I want to share with you, kaya I wanna see you. It's either on my coaching session because I offer one-on-one coaching session, or if you cannot afford it yet, no worries because I have my next video for you. See you!